Good afternoon. You can drop a message on the chat box if you are here while we wait for others to join. So, um, welcome to Understanding Remote Work and Transitioning into Tech. I don't know if I'm the only one in this class because I think I saw just one person joining. Let me hold on. I can't see anyone in the class. I'm just seeing a thumbs up. I'm not seeing it's showing zero attendance. Okay, so I'm seeing one person. Okay. So for today, why I wanted to quickly talk about most of the things that transitioning into tech and remote work does, it's because most people, even though that they have been working remotely, they don't actually understand most of it. And then some of them they do, and while some of them don't. And then there are still category of people that are totally new from yesterday. Yes, I can see that it's just two people that are currently here. So I'll try to be quick about the class. So, okay. So, yes, most times when people say, "Oh, I want to start working remotely," and they don't follow suit most of the time, and they give up. Maybe they are transitioning from 9 to 5. They are transitioning from maybe business or something. Oh, let me have something stable than this business, or let me have something that pays me more. So, in understanding what this is all about, that's why we are going to go. I'm trying to create the slides to run. So, to learn what remote work really means, explore the high demands tech career, and discover the right tech career path for you, and then also build your roadmap towards the first opportunity that you are going to eventually enter into as a remote worker. So this is me. My name is Mabunda Arinze. I founded DigiSmart Tech Academy. So my mission, I just want to, for the purpose of people that newly join the community. So my mission is to help individuals assess global opportunities, learn in demand skills, build successful careers in tech, position themselves for remote work opportunities. Then we currently train in these seven um, tech skills currently: data analytics, front end, product management, product design, social media management, digital marketing, and virtual assistant. So, but what we are going to cover today is understanding remote work, understanding tech careers, choosing the right skill, and building your career roadmap. So, yes, so that is me. Then to the business of the day, what is remote work? A lot of people already know what remote work is. It simply means working from a location outside the traditional office with right skills, tools. You can work productively from anywhere in the world. By God's grace, I've been able to work actually, well, I call it ends of the ends of the world. I've worked for Ukraine, a company in Ukraine as well, Canada, UK, USA, um, India. Yeah, I think these were the major countries outside Nigeria, and some African countries that I've worked for. So that's like one of the advantages of working remotely. And you work from home, you work from anywhere, you work from any company. You can work at home. I'm currently at home. I've worked from the airport before. I had a flight, but I had a meeting before that flight. that is also remotely, working remotely. Then you work for any company. So you can work for both local and international companies remotely. Because most times people think that working remotely means for only international companies. No, working remotely means working from home, working from anywhere at the comfort of your home or anywhere that you feel productive to work. You can go to cafe. I've worked at restaurants. I've practically worked in a lot of places. I've worked on a moving vehicle. I've had meetings inside boats and all of that. So practically it is working from anywhere. So remote work is a lifestyle, not a job title. Recently, I started on learning that title of I'm a remote worker. It's just a work style. There is an on site work style, there is hybrid, and there is also remote work style. So, but people that work remotely are remote workers. And you can only call yourself that when you don't go to office. I've not gone to office since 2022 that I fully became a remote worker. And I don't think I plan on being a hybrid or a an on-site worker anytime soon. So remote work versus tech. So I need to like call it unlearn, make you unlearn some of the things that a whole lot of people think that being a remote worker is and being a tech star or a tech sis or something like that is all about. So remote work is a work style. You work from anywhere. Um, it's about where you work. It can be non-tech and it can also be tech. So remote workers are not just tech sisters or tech bros. No, they are people that work remotely. It can be virtual assistant, virtual assistant. There is technical aspect of virtual assistant and the non-technical aspect. There is customer service. There is most times nothing technical about it. Sometimes there is. But the technical aspect of remote workers are usually like, excuse me, are usually like software engineers, cloud computing, cybersecurity that requires programming most times. That's what a lot of people think that remote work is. Oh, people that work from Texas. No, remote work has nothing to do with your industry or your niche that you're working from. So then tech is industry. Tech is your skill. Tech is about what you do. Yeah, it can actually um, be a tech industry or a tech skill. I want to make you understand that you can work in a tech industry, fintech, edutech, but you're working there as maybe non-technical. You are using a non-technical service admin, appointment setter, social media manager, all those things, but you're working in a tech industry. Get it? Then digital skill can also be tech and career. So I'm into tech. When you hear people say, "Oh, I'm into tech," I work remotely, and they will say, "Oh, which part of tech which niche of tech are you in?" And you hear people say, "Oh, I'm a software engineer," "Oh, I'm a front end developer," "Oh, I'm a cybersecurity agent," "I'm a cloud engineer," this and that. They will mention their skill and not just their industry. Oh, where do you work? Oh, I'm a software engineer in a fintech company. That is it. Oh, I'm a virtual assistant in an edutech company. That is it. Oh, in hospitality industry. That is it as well. So then the next one is examples. A data analyst works using tech skills from anywhere in the world. I mentioned it. Then a customer support provides support and solves problem from anywhere in the world. This is a non-tech, like I mentioned. So you wouldn't say, "Oh, I want to go into customer service and I don't have a tech skill." No, you can go into customer service, learn the basic tools, and launch your career as a remote worker working remotely as a customer service representative. Yes. So I want you to unlearn that as well. Then the next one is Okay, why people are transitioning into tech. So, aside being an African or a Nigerian, there are a whole lot of reasons why people transition into remote work, into remote setting. One of them boils down to global opportunities. A whole lot of us here in Africa have this tendency to get hired more in global setting because the remuneration, the salary that they're going to pay someone abroad is usually lesser. Not because they are underpaying us, but because of our location. Because that money means something to Africans, which doesn't make it right anyway. But they tend to give global opportunities to Africans, a whole lot of people living in the diaspora. I remember when I worked with a Ukraine company, a whole lot of people that the company in Ukraine, not Ukraine company, um, a whole lot of them that was during the war. That was 20, 2000, 2023. If I say 2000, yeah, 2023. And a whole lot of people, both writers, social media managers, they were just giving them contracts, translators, a whole lot of them. I worked a lot during that period. I made money because of the war time. So they give opportunities most times to a suffering country, or I don't know how to put it, like it's a thing that they do. Yes. So then another reason why people transition into tech is also because of remote works flexibility. So most people have this mindset that working remotely gives you the opportunity to be flexible in what you are doing as a person. Yes, like working from anywhere gives you the ability to do what you want to do at the time you want to do it. Maybe there's sometimes that my camera is not on, maybe I'm in a meeting, I'm in the kitchen cooking, I'm doing something else, but I'm still working, I'm attentive, except I really need to focus on what I'm doing precisely at that moment. Then the next one is freelancing opportunities. This is where most people think that remote work is freelancing. It's not. Freelancing is getting gigs, contracts, contract based gigs, a period of time. So you deliver your work at your own time. You don't get to have HR, you don't get to have people that are trying to ask you what you need to do at a particular time. Like, let's say you have a project manager that guides you. Oh, this is your next task. This is what you are supposed to do. This is how you are supposed to do it. Something like that. No. But as a freelancer, you benefit a whole lot. Oh, you and your client directly, and then you get to um, work at your own time. So that is one of benefit of why people transition into tech. There are some people I've reached out recently when I was trying to hire some positions, and once I tell them full time remote, they'll be like, "No, I want to freelance," because they don't want something that will tie them. So I don't blame them either. So, but most times is when you use your discretion that you can balance a full-time remote job and still do your freelancing gigs. So, yeah. Then other transition into tech because of career growth. So there are some of us that started in with something that they don't wish to continue working with. What I mean is, some people started as a customer service rep, the job was paying them, and they know that they can be more. They want to be more, and they want to do more for themselves. And they start transitioning into tech, and they will they will do very well at it. And you'll be like, oh, I used to be a digital marketer. Oh, I used to be a customer service rep. Oh, I used to be a sound engineer. I used to own a business, something like that. But they just made the decision that they want to transition into tech because of career growth. And then the next reason is high demand skills. So there are people that most of the time they they tend to get overwhelmed with making decision in choosing demand skills. So this is actually complex. So there are some people that their high in demand skill is what is trending without proper statistical analysis. They didn't check, they didn't do any research, they didn't properly know how this demand skill, how many industries are looking for it. Is it in demand in fintech? Is it in demand in edutech currently? Before they will go into it and position themselves. Because what data analytics does for you, what data does for you, it helps you to inform decision. So most times I hold data so well because if you tell me that 200 people live in Nigeria and in these 200 people, 50 of them are remote workers, 30 are so, 20 are aged people, you break it down. It will make me see that, oh, I think there is lower people in business. That means people are going out of business in this particular thing. Let me venture into it. And then if there are 50 people that are into remote work and then you come in and say, oh, this is what um, is in demand, there is no longer, I don't think, I've seen people that do testing, QA testers, like quality assurance testers. And I'm like, what's the essence of this role? Not to sound condescending, but sometimes it is not high in demand. A lot of people use surveys, send it out for people to test their products, their apps, their website, and all of that. They don't need these QA testers because it's limited. Because one person can test your product and give you feedback. You need multitude. Or sometimes these QA testers, they usually send out in bulk and gather data of how many people that tested for this particular business, something like that. But most times businesses feel limited because they feel like the data is fabricated or something. So they would rather send out surveys across platforms in social medias to get their distance. So it's no longer in demand. But when people start, maybe you see a post of somebody saying, oh, as a QS tester, I've made 2 million naira per month. And be like, oh, it's like, I want to go for this QA tester now. And you then start the journey. And then all of a sudden, you go blank. You don't understand what you are doing. So that's why I'm emphasizing on this high demand skill. So you don't just go and type on Google high demand skills. Google will just tell you a lot of things that are not true, that are sometimes blogs that just want to promote their website. So you need to do in-depth analysis on the high in-demand skills. But that aside, then multiple streams of income. Yeah, people transition into tech for this reason. Somebody like me, yes, I love multiple streams of income because as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, I don't wish to do hand to mouth. Yes, that's one of the most important reasons why I transition into tech. Why are you in tech? Is the money. I'm guilty. Global opportunities, maybe. Flexibility, yeah, that's the next in line. Career growth, probably, but the main thing is multiple streams of income because what it does for you is you don't get to go to work physically where your manager is over your head and telling you, what tax are you doing now? No, I do at my own time, not just because I'm freelancing. I join meetings, we do virtual meetings. So I can be in this meeting, then my other laptop is on somewhere. I've attended 2 meetings simultaneously. I was in meeting here, I was in meeting on this laptop, and I was practically active. There is this thing I even want to get that you can be in multiple meetings at the same time. So as they are seeing me here, they are seeing the same face. I only need to mute my mic here if I want to talk here. So there is even technology that can make you appear in meetings that you are not even there physically, but they just need your attendance. So, yes, so multiple streams of income is also one of the reasons why people transition into tech. The next here is, sorry, I'm actually multitasking. That's why I'm putting my face down a couple of times. So, the next one is okay, in demand tech careers and other tech niches. So most times I'm going to explain one of the reasons why this is high in demand. You can make research on that as well. For somebody that I'm in a lot of tech communities, I've met with a lot of data analysts. It's it's paramount I mention it as well. So most times whenever we we tend to um, choose career, yes, a lot of people choose career based on emotions, based on high in demand, based on, oh, I don't think I can do this one. Let me just do something simple. I don't know which category is that, but yeah, there are different reasons why people make decisions in choosing tech careers and any other niche. But I'm here to make you unlearn that and re-strategize the tech career you also want to go into. The high in demand tech skills I listed here. The first one, data analytics. Data analytics is one of, I've mentioned a lot of things about data. I didn't do data analytics. It's not even like I did digital marketing. It's not even like because I did it or I'm a data analyst. Data analytics is in high demand, but it's getting saturated with a lot of people just saying they are data analytics. I've interviewed the people I interviewed this week alone. It's mind blowing that a lot of people claim they are what they are not. And it is pathetic. So you will interview someone based on their portfolio, based on their CV, based on a whole lot of things they projected on LinkedIn, but they have zero experience or practice in that particular niche, especially when they claim they have 3 years plus experience in that field. So people, why I said this is people go in high demand skills just because of the name. But please don't be among that category. As much as this is in high demand, it is not for everyone. There are people that are very good with data. There are people that are analytical by nature. I will still get to that on choosing your tech career. Then the next one is front end development. Why this is key is they just front end developers don't just build websites, they can also build apps, React Native, Node.js, a whole lot of them. Like they can be multi-used. Let me put it that way. So when you hire, let's say virtual assistant, that's why most times I don't take virtual assistant's role for granted, as much as it's not technical, but that job is one of the most important jobs that a whole lot of people need, but they don't know that they need a virtual assistant. I, for one, I need one. But most times you just keep procrastinating. Okay, let me manage my time better. Let me do that. But you are more efficient when you have a virtual assistant. But let me finish what I'm saying. They are also under the category of multi-talented field. So for a front end developer, you can use them very well, efficiently. Like you can use them here, use them for web development, you can use them for your landing page, you can use them for like it's literally a high in demand because of that multi-purpose usage. Yes, I think that's the best way I can explain it. So nobody wants to hire someone to their business and they will need to hire another person. They want somebody that will do that for them and get paid all at once. So that's why it's in high demand as well. Then product management. This is they plan, build, launch products. This is mostly when a lot of people start businesses, a lot of people build businesses. This is underrated because the need of a product manager is like it's not saturated, but it is in demand. Let me put it that way. It's not saturated like data analytics because the data analytics will give data to front end developer, give data to manager, give data to digital marketer, give data to like it is vast. I don't know if you guys understand it now. So, but a product manager uses that same information to plan, build, launch products, and solve real life problems. So if I have to build, what can I use? I'm always using my mouse. So if I have to build this mouse and I contract a product manager, he will tell me how this product will work, the best way to put it out there, how to launch it, how everything about it. The product manager does. Then the next one is product design. So these people usually work hand in hand with front end and product managers as well. So they design products, whether digital products or physical products. Yes, they do branding. So a lot of businesses need them to thrive. Although with the advent of AI, a whole lot of things started changing with some of these niches that are in demand, but that doesn't take it out of demand. Then digital marketing. Digital marketing is something that is just like marketing, see it that way. There is no business that wouldn't want to do marketing. There is no business that wouldn't want to sell their product or make people know about their products. So that is why it's in demand. Everyone needs a marketer. Banks, businesses, NGOs, all of them, indirectly or indirectly, people promote their business every day. Even yourself, you're a brand. People promote themselves. So anytime you push yourself out there and say, this is what I do, hire me, that is digital marketing. That is you putting marketing in the digital platforms where people see it digitally. They don't need to see you face to face, but you use a digital means to promote songs, businesses, yourself as a brand, all of it. So that's digital marketing, and it's in high demand because of the importance of it for every business. They drive traffic, generate results, promote brands, promote businesses. Then social media management. Why most people underrate social media management is because everyone is on social media and they think being on social media means that you're a social media manager. Oh, I'm very popular on IG now. I have 2,000 followers. That doesn't make you a social media manager. Manager. You manage every affairs of this business on social media. If you know that, if you agree with me, once you see a cloth that you like on someone, the first thing you usually do is, where did you buy it? Who's your vendor? Who's your plug? You won't ask them what's their website. The first place you want to go is their social media page. If you're active on TikTok, you'll be like, are they on TikTok? Are they on IG? Are they on Facebook? Are they on this? Are they on Pinterest? Are they there? So social media is usually the first point of contact for every business that they don't joke with. That is why most businesses need a social media manager that puts, but that will do their PR, do a lot of things for them. Then virtual assistant. So virtual assistant most times is one of the most underrated, but yet would I call them small but mighty type of niche or tech skill or a non-tech skill, and they are technical sometimes. They provide administrative support, help businesses run efficiently. So there are things that, oh, you have a meeting, you have a demo call with so so so, you have these. So those strategic meetings, if a virtual assistant doesn't remind you of it, you're going to miss business deals. You're going to miss your flight. You're going to miss contracts. You're going to miss a whole lot of things. Even if your social media manager pushes your business out there and you're supposed to have a business meeting with someone and you don't have a virtual assistant that reminds you, you're going to lose that contract and it's going to affect your business. Yes. And virtual assistant wears a lot of hats. You can say a virtual assistant slash customer service. You can say a virtual assistant slash social media manager. You can say a virtual assistant slash chat support, email support. This There are a whole lot. They wear hats. I honestly respect them because they are not just detailed, they are organized, they are prompt, they are responsible, they are reliable. So most times when people say, oh, I want to go into virtual assistant, and I usually ask them one question: are you sure? Why are you choosing virtual assistant? And I will send you, oh, this is what it means to be virtual assistant. Are you proactive? Do you pay attention to details? Because as tiny error as R that you send on behalf of your boss as an email to somebody can ruin your boss. So do you pay that? Like, are you detailed? Are you organized? Do you have time management skill? Although if you're not learning it, that is when you will not learn it. Even if you are not like that, but gradually as you are learning the yeah, on the course you can start learning those things. Yes. So others are UI UX, e-commerce management, content creation, no code and vibe code. This one is under vibe coding, cybersecurity, cloud computing, database. These ones are like data entry and all of that. I wouldn't say much about this, but UI UX designers, they design your product. They are more like graphics designers as well. It is not very in high demand, but it is needed. But because of the advent of AI, a whole lot of businesses now use a lot of software to do some things that a UI UX designer may want to do. Then the e-commerce management, you will see some jobs like this. I don't know if you have seen that. Shopify manager, you will see things like that. And you'll be like, which one is Shopify management? This is e-commerce management. People that are skilled in managing online store. It is not a small tax. Amazon manager, all those things. You'll be seeing it and you'll be like, and you see the money they are paying these people. And I'm like, is it to go and learn this Shopify? Yes, that is another thing. You can be sometimes confused when you see, oh, this one pays, but we are going to get to that part. Then content creation. So I've recorded a lot of videos for brands. They pay me, I record it. That's on the side, right? So there are people like that. You are very good with camera. You just need to upskill and learn it to be very good at it. But you already have it naturally. So yes, content creation is part of it. Most people will say, I'm a content creator, but on their page, you see just them talking about following trends, just doing I'm a content creator. Do you know what it means to be a content creator? You took out time to create your content, unique content, not just following trends. Be, 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 be. Che, che, kule. Che, che, kofisa. Oh, this is the template that is training. Oh, let me use it. I'm a content. No, no, you are not. You are not. I'm sorry to break it to you that you are not. That's following trends. That's nothing unique about your content makes people want to contact you to give you projects, in case you are not aware. So then vibe code or no code or low code. So this is when automation happens, when people learn, oh, there is YouTube automation, there is AI automation. That trended last year and beginning of this. Everybody who I knew wanted to learn automation, YouTube automation, AI automation. Oh, I'm learning automation. If you ask them what it means, I remember someone that I know after about 2 months. So I started automation class. I said, how far? How have you gone? Have you built a portfolio? So I don't even know. That thing is just confusing. Don't be like that person. Don't rush into trend because, oh, I don't know who even started that automation trend. Everywhere I go, learn automation. At some point, I was like, am I missing something? Should I learn this automation? Because I don't understand. I don't know how it's circulated. But you can create that as a niche quietly where it can you can start it as your own brand. Like when I mean for your own brand, for yourself, before you can now start monetizing it in different ways. So yeah, then cybersecurity. This is underrated and one of the most important because a whole lot of people's data fly up and down. You see a whole lot of data online. I'm like, this company I no get cybersecurity people or something. What's going on? And then you will see people telling you, oh, I want to learn cybersecurity. Why do you want to learn cybersecurity? And you hear things like, I want to know how to hack computer. Well done. Really, really well done. Is that way, is that the only thing a cybersecurity agent does? No. So your reason is very I know there was a time I ran an ad and when I checked those guys' profile, not to sound condescending, but I had every intuition in me that they were Yahoo guys. So that the reason why they wanted to learn cybersecurity was just to know the basic hacking tools and systems. And then you see them and they'll tell you they are cybersecurity, but they're using it for a whole different reason. Then we have cloud computing, which is we work with cloud platforms, AWS, there are a whole lot of them, I can't even remember, where businesses look for this because of how data is preserved currently. They don't want their data to be flying around, so they want to save it in cloud. Cloud is something that will never go vintage. It's never going to go out of trend. It is something that is always important, like to use as a business. So yes, cloud computing is something that you can learn as well. Then database administration, this is where you manage and secure data systems efficiently, and you can be through data entry, you encode, encrypt, and all of that. Maybe you will be seeing a spreadsheet, you may be seeing a Google Sheet, PowerPoint, Excel, and it's encrypted. You can't access that file because it's coded. So that is one of the things that data base administration administrators does. Then the next one is how to choose the right skill. So most times when people tend to say, "Oh, um, I want to choose a tech skill, but I don't know how." Let's consider these five factors. The first is your interest. What are you passionate about? I will always say this over and over. What do you enjoy doing? What do you want to do? When I say passion as well, there are some people that will say, "Oh, I like crocheting," but he doesn't have any digital skill. But crocheting means that you are focused in what you are doing. Your attention span is high. Like you can focus on something and get results in it. That is one step. Some people will say, "Oh, I like," you advise people a lot. You don't like the way data fly around. You don't like when people are just giving out their information, and then sometimes you open someone's laptop and they don't have security lock. You be like, ah, why don't you like what if they hack your system? Like all those things. That means you have a flair to protect data. You have a flair to make use of what you have, like to protect what you have, sorry. So that means cybersecurity is part of it. What you want to do, you want to protect, secure the cyber, help us secure the cyber. And then you also, for instance, you have been the one giving your friend's business content ideas. Oh, do it like this, do it like this. You are creative. You can do well with social media management, irrespective of the industry that will employ you or the company that will hire you. All you need to do is, oh yes, this is how you can do it. It is you are creative. But you will be giving the advice for free, and sometimes they will even tell you, oh, this thing you told me the other time, it worked. Oh, that post went viral. You see, I told you, and you just go about your day, and you are sleeping on a skill. So that brings us to number two. That's your strength. You leverage on what you are naturally good at. It gives you an edge. Because why does this give you an edge? You are not only choosing a tech skill to learn, you are choosing a tech skill that you will learn and work with. Let's take, for instance, there is a tech skill called hawking orange. You know you don't like hawking orange, but hawking orange pays. You finally struggled, you learned how to hawk an orange, and you finally started hawking that orange. The money is coming, but you are not happy. Yes, I know that a lot of people, I'm one of them, people do tech skills because of the money and all of that. Yes, but you don't feel fulfilled. So is it not better that you are hawking this orange? You are not hawking this orange rather, but you are fetching water, and you love fetching water so much, and you started by learning how to fetch water, and finally you graduated, you finished the classes, and then you started practicing what you learned by fetching water, and you do it so dexterously, like you do it with so much passion that your career ladder will keep going like this because you are good at what you are doing. You are a badass than getting stuck in hawking orange, because let's say it pays $2,000 per month, and then You fetching water starts with paying $1,000 per month. And within you'll be like, let me go for this $2,000. You'll be stuck because you are not good at hawking oranges. So you are just doing it for the pay and you get stuck in that $2,000. But what happens when you are fetching water effortlessly? Your success career ladder is just climbing. So you started as an entry level $1,000 per month, and then before you know it, because of the way your manager will be like, you are so good at this, you're climbing. Another company invites you. I heard that you are so good at this thing. There are people I've watched. There is a digital marketer that I've watched so much. She was a digital marketer in Pepsi. She was a digital marketer in Coke, Netflix, Cafe Wannabe, I've forgotten. Disney. When she was listing where she worked in one interview, my mind was blown because she was good at what she does. She didn't leave digital marketing that she's good at and started looking at data analytics, project management, this one, that one. She wasn't confused. She bent her head in the game because she was good at what she does and she has passion for what she does. Because when I listened to her, I saw a woman that wasn't willing to be walked over. She knows her onions. She knows how to dot her I's and cross her T's. Like she knows this business. So she is the hot cake. You are the one looking for her. You have to walk in her terms. That is how good you are when you align with your passion, your strength, and choosing a tech career skill. There are people I find it difficult to convince. Why are you choosing this skill? They will give you a very flimsy reason, and I'm like, my oh my, you are going to get stuck. Because I wouldn't want to train somebody for people that I'm training. I wouldn't want to train you and you don't excel. That is the crazy thing that most people don't know. I don't want to collect your money, you pay me and the business, and I want to see you thrive. It gives me a sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is my student. This was my student. I mentored this person. I did this thing to this person. Than, oh, I mentored somebody that is stuck. That's why sometimes I'll be like, no, I'm not going to mentor you. You are hell bent. But most times people don't understand what it means to mentor somebody. If you want to be a mentee to someone, you have to bend your rules. It will not be your way. If you want to be mentored and coached. So there are people that choose based off on vibes and inshallah or trends. Then the next one is market demands. So when you have analyzed your interest, your strength, you test the market. The Bible will say, test every spirit, test the market of the skill you want to go into, make research, see how you can thrive. Oh, this is my digital marketing I want to go into. I have seen that there are a whole lot of people there. What can make me stand out? Because I really love this career path I choose. You wouldn't get to this third factor and you'll be like, ah, it's not even in high demand. Let me go back. No, I know I mentioned being in high demand, skill, and all of that. You make yourself exceptional to remain relevant. Yes, that's what I wrote here. So if you are, how will I, there are people that I think I saw it on Eric or Google's post. He was an ordinary mechanic that was just good at what he does and added honesty, integrity, reliability to his job. And Eric just posted about him one day. Usman, I don't know if any of you saw that trend. And boom, he started getting jobs. He started getting contracts. Then I know of a carpenter that was so diligent with his work that currently is in UK because the man that he worked for when the man was in Nigeria, they still had contract. Ah, my oga don travel oh, ah, no problem. Remember also this. He didn't know that that man remembered him. When there was an opportunity in UK for you to like an upholstery, upholstery is like an advanced carpentry store. And the man was called. Say, are you willing to relocate? Yes, you can bring your family, but the company is going to. The man sold this carpenter that is in Nigeria to the company in UK, sorry. He said this is his work and he's very diligent. He's reliable, he's commendable. So that is what makes you stay relevant. You will get referrals. Oh, I have this job. I know how many people that have reached out to me, even when job is choking me. Oh, there's this social media page. I want you to help us manage. This is in my mind. Will you people pay me? Like how much? Like let me know if it's something I want to do. And then sometimes I push them to my students. Oh, okay, can you get this done? Or will you be able to do this? For the ones that have never had job or had work experience. So that is how relevant and how significant you stand out in the tech skill that you will choose. Then earning potential. What is your earning potential in this niche? So you test all these things, like I said. So you consider the income potential. So sometimes when you get here, there are people that do this comparison. Maybe you have two skills that you are passionate about. That is when you now start analyzing, okay, I think I should go, this one has higher potential, earning potential. Not because you're not passionate about it, but you are good at it, you're passionate, you are interested, you is a strength, is in demand as well, and the earning potentials are higher. So let's say for someone that wants to go digital marketing and social media management, digital marketing pays more and social media management pays, but not as much as digital marketing, right? Because of how vast digital marketing is. So what this does is you as a person, you then decide that, "Oh, I'm going to go for digital marketing because of the high earning potentials." So that is this four. Then alignment with goals. So do you have the plans of traveling? This is the most important thing. What's your location? Where are you going to in the next 5 years? Do you want to see yourself in this tech skill? Is this what you want to do in the next 3 years? Or do you want to just do this in next 3 years and then switch career or do something else? Or I don't know, what does it align with your goals? Are you traveling outside? There is a student I trained. He's based, I'm trying to know if it's Doha. Doha is Qatar, right? My apologies if I'm not getting the name of these countries. One Arabian country. And he had the plans to move to Canada, and he needed a skill that he would learn in order to move to Canada. What he finally went for was, because he said he doesn't want something technical because the job he was doing in Doha, right? Or Qatar. I'm trying to Kuwait, Abi. Sorry, I can't remember the exact, but it's an Arabic country. And he said the job gives him tough time, like he'll be tired at the end of the day. So he learned virtual assistant. And then his long-term goal was to travel. He did that last year. So his long-term goal was to travel the next year, which is this year. I think he's still in process. So he planned ahead that he's going to use this skill to. I've not actually reached out. I don't know if he has traveled. So your long-term goals, does it align with what you are choosing as well? Although this is not the final decision for you to get started. But if anything can happen, there are some jobs that are visa sponsored. Does that align with you? Does this job have potential to sponsor you outside and take you wherever you want to be in the world? Something like that. That is what I mean by long-term goal. Then the next one is how to start your career. I'm trying to round off. So for this, most times, sorry, I've been getting a call from my colleague. I'm trying to attend to that. So most times, when you want to start your career, so I think I've mentioned this before. Discover your interests, learn fundamentals, practice consistently, build your portfolio, network and get experience, apply and keep growing. So most times when people want to start, they don't know how to start. You don't know where to start. You don't, like, you are just stuck and confused. And that feeling of confusion overwhelms you that, sorry, excuse me. So that feeling overwhelms you. So in starting your tech career, starting remote jobs, all of it, it's not something that you should take lightly. Your biggest point is starting. You'll hear people say, start, start. But start where? You're telling me start. Start with what? Start how? Where? There are people that reached out, I want to learn this. When I tell them the price of the courses, they will be like, oh, it's too high. It's too. That's totally fine. Because whatever you prioritize is what you focus and invest in. So I usually don't have a way of convincing you to start. But what I want you to take home by yourself is you don't need to have it all figured out. Just start gradually. Start by you discover who you are. People don't even know who they are or what they like. I think on my website there is a personality test. I've shared it in the group a few times. I don't know how many people. Discovering yourself, discover your interest, explore different tech fields, identify what excites you. Like you will read it, you will take your time. This is your future. I don't, no matter how much a career coach I can be, no matter how much a mentor I can be, I will never do that thinking for you. I will never discover you for you. I will never replace me with you. I can only talk. There's this song I usually I used to send it to my students whenever I want to start a class. Unwritten. No one feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. If rain is falling on your body, I cannot feel the rain. If the rain is hot on your body, I will not know. If it is cold, I will not know. You are the one that needs to discover who you are and what you want, what interests you. I can only guide you. You learn the fundamentals, which is the basic things. Most times, I push people to. I think I will do that this week. We're in holiday. I have a lot of work to do. So let's say on the virtual assistant goals group, I say goals, you will just know where you can learn the basic things and see, oh, am I interested in this? Okay, I think this is something I'm interested in. Like the first time I started learning data analytics, I wasn't learning it to venture into it. I just learned this because I need it for myself, for my business, for as a digital marketer as well. So when I started, I was like, oh, this is how you analyze this. Oh, wow, wow, amazing. Like it sparked my interest. Yes, actually. Then the next one is you start practicing consistently. So let's say you have discovered your interest, like in the previous place that you have chosen the right skill, and then you discovered your interest, and then you started learning the fundamentals, and you know that, oh, this is something I want to do. You go to the next step, which is practice consistently. There are people that don't have portfolios, they don't have experiences. Do you know what experience means when they are asking you? If you have never climbed a tree, you can never say I've climbed a tree. Because if you say yes, I've climbed a tree, if they place you and somebody that have climbed a tree, the person that have actually climbed a tree is going to explain that while I was climbing the tree, I injured. I had a bruise. I noticed that some of tree branches are not as strong as they look when you are standing on the ground. I noticed that some leaves are not fully grown like others. I noticed that some fruits are bigger than others. This is the experience of someone that have climbed a tree. But you can't be on the ground and say, I have climbed a tree. And then they ask you, oh, when you get to the top of the tree, what do you see? For someone that climbed the tree will say, I see zinc, I see solar panels, I see tank, I see this. But because I'm giving this example because we know the basic things of people that can see when they climb a tree. But in terms of career, when they ask you questions about your niche that you said you have learned because you didn't practice, what it does is that you don't have the experience and it will be like on to the next and you get frustrated and be like, nobody wants to hire me. Practice, practice consistently at that. Practice. Then you build your portfolio. Let me come to our life in case. Okay. I just had to come back here because I just had the feeling that what if I'm not being heard? So you practice, you build your portfolio. There are people, one of the best things I love doing for my students is making sure as they are doing assignments, you are uploading it on your portfolio. You can't do assignments and do it in vain because that is your practical. That shows that you have done this before. That is your portfolio. Your CV is no longer enough to get a remote job, to land jobs. It is no longer enough. So you create real projects, you showcase your skill, your value, you show it, flaunt it. This is your work. Just like the way you go to showrooms or go to a carpenter's shop, they will tell you, na me do this one, na me do this. It has this conviction it gives you. I don't know why I'm using a artisans as an example in a tech, but that's the best way I can make you understand what I'm teaching. So when you get there, you see their work and you be like, sure say this one last. You go even touch them, you want to touch it and see how strong it is. Like that is what portfolio does for you as you're starting off your career. You network, get experience. That's why this group, most times our community, we are so dormant. All the tech communities I belong to, aside this one, I belong to a lot of tech communities. It is interactive. You don't get to ask questions. I don't know when asking questions became a crime for people. People would overthink. Oh, if I ask question now, people would think, ah, this is a dumb question. You don't know it. And if you don't ask, you will not know it. Get experience, connect with people. Oh, how did this happen? In my developers community, somebody will be coding and just send a code and be like, guys, abeg senior developers, how do I do this? You'll see people answering him. He say, check this git, check this one, go to this. Like, you be like, oh my bosses, thank you, I've resolved it, I've debugged it, I've imagine if that person claimed like, oh, let me figure it out myself. You stay longer in that problem. Oh, I don't know how to get started. I don't know how do I even begin? How do I left the group open. But no, time for question, lie. But then again, you will start thinking when the year is coming to an end. So finally I didn't learn a tech skill this year. I wanted to, but if they ask you how much you spent in irrelevant things this year, you'll be shocked on the amount of 5K here, 5K here, irrespective of your country, like how much you have spent. Then apply and keep growing. This is where I will admit, it is very difficult. When you have done all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and then you have gotten to the point that you are job ready, but the job is not coming in. This is where volunteer. That is why I started pitching internship with people that I'm training for, because that is very important to me, not just to them. It is important to me because I don't want them to forget what they learned without practicing. I want them to learn it, even if it is first 3 months internship after learning. Once you are done, within that 3 months, there is this mentorship that you are be applying job. We'll do the first 30 days non-stop application. Every day you must apply for at least 10 roles in your niche. Search for it, dig for it anywhere. Just keep applying. As far as it's not a scam job, yes. Just keep applying. It's a game of number. I did data analytics fundamentals. If you apply a job in a week, 50 jobs in a week, one must invite you for an interview. I'm telling you for the fact. The higher you apply, the higher your chances of landing an interview. And the higher your chances of landing an interview, the higher of chances of one of them calling you to resume. I've had in a week, like there was one time I had a marathon interview. I had interview Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I later got two out of it. Some were contracts, one was remote role, yes. Full-time role rather. So keep applying. Even me that I am employed, I apply for jobs. I keep anytime I see opportunity that is in my niche, I've sent application immediately. I don't even wait. That is the promptness of it. Once you say, I'll come back to this later, you will forget. And by the time you're coming back to it, there was a job like that. I was like, see deadline don't pass. And that job was really a good job. So as e dey hot, immediately. If you're having a conversation and you get a pop-up for a job that is in your niche, leave whatever you are doing. Your career is priority. Except say like they tied your hands that you can't hold your phone, like they handcuff you. But if your hands are free, apply for jobs. Keep doing that. It will be tough, but keep doing that. The next one is why remote work is the future. There are so many times when people um, come to my DM and they will be like, "How do you get remote jobs? How do you do this? How do you?" A whole lot of companies are switching to remote. Yes, because they don't have the capacity to pay for office settings. They train there is one that I know in one community. She was like, Omo, that's all my colleagues got because some roles require remote, some roles require physical stuff. He say even our field marketers, they have told them that is either they dissolve them and they focus on digital marketers or they work remotely. They will just go out on their own and report virtually what they did. They don't have to come to the office. Nigerian companies, that Nigeria is a Nigerian company. This one I learnt of it recently. They can no longer pay the lease of the office and maintain the remuneration of staff. Nigeria economy has, I don't even know how to explain it, in most, even in some African countries, even abroad as well. So most times, excuse me, so most times you will see opportunities that are just focused remote, and it is rare. Just like that COVID-19 2020, a lot of people went remotely, whether you know how to work remotely or not. But remote work is actually the future. A whole lot of people will work remotely in no distant time. It saves the company a whole lot, trust me. Yes. And excuse me. Then flexible schedule, you work at your own time around the clock. You save money and time. I no longer pay transport to work. I no longer pay feed like afternoon lunch or miscellaneous and all those things. It saves you time and money, the energy. You are more productive. Each time I do an interview, there was one interview I didn't know that they were looking for hybrid. After the whole interview, they now said, "Are you open to come 2 times in the office?" I was like, "No." He said, "Why?" I say, "It makes me less productive." He said, "No, that if you just commute, if you just commute and okay, if you just commute, like once you are done, you go home, da da da." I said, "No, I'll be tired. My creativity will not be on the highest point. I'll be very tired." Then balance work, better work-life balance. I am team work-life balance anytime, any day. So once my colleagues are reaching out to me on a holiday or weekends, they know I don't respond except it's emergency. I had to send an email for it because there is no need. Even when I was doing a physical on-site jobs, I really attend um weekend stuffs that, oh, you are fixing a meeting. I didn't even bother going. On Monday, they were like, oh, you are too stubborn. No, I'm not stubborn. My offer letter showed that I just need to work Monday to Friday. So yeah, why is this thing not clicking? So yeah, and then access to global opportunities. So one thing remote work does for you is you gain access. So once people see that you have been working remotely and you apply for a job that is not even in your continent, they have the trust to give you because you have the capacity to work remotely most of the time. So yeah, So the next part is, let me load this. I hope my network is not slow. Ah, Mr. Samuel is calling me. Chai. Okay, okay. I'm trying to. Chai. You actually need to speak to this man. Phew. So, yeah, tips on mindset time success. This is just for formality's sake. So I can watch this. I can share this. If you want it, you can reach out to me. I'll share it. You have you never stop learning. You focus and be patient. Be consistent. Build real projects. Network. Seek feedback and improve. Yes, this is actually important. Seek feedbacks from your colleagues, seek feedback from your fellow students. Am I a good team player? What do you think I should prioritize more? You can ask your manager. Yes. Adapt and be open minded, stay motivated, and believe. Yeah. So it's a growth mindset ability that you don't stop learning. You don't feel like, oh, this thing I'm learning, when will I be done? That's hurriedness. Be patient, be consistent. People do intensity. Oh, let me do a marathon class from now to Friday. You will not assimilate. Take your time to learn. That is why most courses, you'll see them, oh, they are doing it weekends. They are not doing it, oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You have not even had time to grasp what you are doing. So most of our classes are weekends. So once you are done, during that week, you take your time, absorb what you learned till the next weekend. That is how it works. Be consistent, not intense. Then build real projects. Practice what you are learning. Don't just do theory. Network actively, yes. Communities, join communities. Seek feedback, I've mentioned it. So success is, that is it. So there are people that will reach out to me and I'm always like, where are you from? They are already looking for something they have not started. So if I finish learning it now, when can I get a job? Bro, learn it first. Let's see if you are employable. Sis, learn it first. Let's even see your capacity. You're asking me, do I know you? Do I know your capacity? And this type of people, they will just be like, it's in 2 months. If you now tell them, okay, let's say if you put in work within the next 2 months after you learn and you submit application, you follow the process, say, it's 2 months no longer. I'm thinking that within 1 month I should get a job. Those people are not realistic and they will get frustrated because they lack patience and lack building real projects in this part. So they are not open-minded as well. So that doesn't mean that you should not be enthusiastic. No, it doesn't take your enthusiasm. It only sets you on a realistic project. Be realistic. Then the next one is why is it important to learn a tech skill today? So yes, some people will be like, I don't want to learn a tech skill because it is saturated. Everyone is going into tech, and I don't know if that's what I want for myself and all of that. Then I know someone that choose to learn a tech skill for. She says she doesn't have the intention of to swim, learn to drive as a skill, driving skill, swimming skills. You go for swimming classes. You go me a personal to shoot. Yes. So there are people that want to learn that, not for anything, but they are like basic survival skills. They feel like they will need it later, that they don't need it now. So that is one, which is under the tech skills, is learning a tech skill that can help you. That's access to global opportunity. I've mentioned this. Working remotely, increase your earning potential, future proof of career, um, build a strong professional network, create multiple streams of income. Yes. So most people that belong to the category that, oh, or what am I using it for? Everybody using it already. That means you shouldn't even be here. So because people actually learn tech skill not just to practice with it, but to make use of it later in the future. So trying to round off. The next one is places you can get a remote job. So I'm going to share this link on the general group now. Hey, I'm coming. I'm getting a lot of calls. Phew. Let me share the link. So because this is just a slide that is not clickable. So some of them, um, please confirm where you guys want me to share this. Confirm in the chat if I should share it. Oh, sorry. If I should share it on the um announcement platform on the general group. I want to paste it now. Some of them are the ones you are conversant with, and the other ones is something you can search directly. There is currently one that I don't know if you guys have. I'm not seeing any. Okay, you can do thumbs up if. Okay. Okay, so I've shared it on the group. Then I'm going to share the one that is currently, like, if you don't take anything serious, take this particular one serious. So this one is not saturated yet. The specifically higher Africans. So sorry, I'm typing it directly. I have a lot of messages I need to attend to. Sorry. 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 I need to get the secured website of it. My phone is locked. So I'm going to type it. Sorry. It has opened. So for this one, these are just like the basic one. But the one I want to encourage you is you see Google search jobs. You see Google search jobs. Don't ever joke with it. Search keywords. I know, like I can't overemphasize on Google search jobs. Search jobs based on keywords. I wrote it there in that general group. This thing is not here. Sorry, I need to trying to recall where this, but I don't want to forget sending this website because I know after this class I'm going to be busy. Let me type. I know I typed it somewhere. Once I confirm the this thing, because I know I saved it, I'll share it in the group. It hires a lot of Africans for international and global opportunities. So yeah, search Google search is highly underrated. But please do Google search jobs. So then this last one, I don't know why it's not loading. Let me refresh. So my network is not okay. Yeah, so this is question. You can have a discussion if you want to have a conversation on the chat or on the general platforms. Yes, I already sent it on the general platform. So that brings us to the end. So if you have a question, drop on the, I think the general platform is open for, um, it's open for question. So if you have questions, do we have question? I'm not seeing any message. I don't know if it's my network. I'm only seeing the last message announcement. Okay, so I guess and think that we are done then. So the class, the meet, I say meeting, the, yeah, the class is recorded, so we can always come back to watch it much later. So go ahead and drop your questions if you have much later, or make the group interactive. If you have any question, ask. That is why it's an open group and open to learning. So yes. So all right. Have a wonderful holiday and weekend ahead. You can give a thumbs up if you, okay. I assume that some of us have network issues. Okay, all right. Have a good one.